here with Hasan, Salaam, Fifth Column.
Fifth Column, Muhammad Dangerfield coming soon.
You judged the first American Beatbox Championships,
The online rounds of back in the MC. Could you just talk a little bit about beatboxing, like maybe the first time you heard beatboxing, or?
I mean, for me, beatboxing, the MC and the beatboxing go back on some peanut butter and jelly shit, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, my first time hearing beatbox is when we were kids, you know, and people would try to emulate Dougie Fresh or the Fat Boys, or it would just kind of be like, we'd be sitting there trying to rap, cats bang on the lunch table, or other cats would just start breaking out like, yo, I got you, I got you. So it's just, you know, to be a part of the beatboxing championships, it's just like, now I get to see how much it's evolved. You know, since, you know, I was like 8, 9 years old, it's taken so many different, it's made so many transitions as an art form. People have added so many different styles to it, because it's like, I remember I was over in the UK and I was rocking with a kid that does drum and bass. So it's like, you know, different rhythms, different sounds, and it's not just the same old. It's not just that anymore. It's like I can't even keep up with these motherfuckers now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's dope. It's really what the bare essential of hip hop is. Like, you know, just making music, making something out of nothing. Like, you don't even have an instrument, but you're a one-man band. You know, like, that shit is amazing to me. You know?
What advice would you give for beatboxers in terms of like working with MCs? Like, what do you think is crucial in terms of beatboxers back in the MC?
Make sure that you have some kind of steady timing, you know, like, all the tricks are dope, all the tricks in the world are cool, but it's kind of like, if that MC, you got to think that at that moment when you rocking with the MC, y'all got to be cohesive. So you don't want to just throw the MC off by going in a totally different direction if they already in the pocket and rocking something, or, you know, it's kind of like when you're working with a band, you know, you don't want the drummer to throw off the trumpet player and all of that. You want to work together, and I think the main thing is, and at that moment, your ear has to be as good as your voice box. You know what I'm saying? You gotta listen and work together. And I think, you know, there are a lot of cats that are great at doing tricks and different sounds and stuff, but I think it takes a real, you know, like on some real grandmaster shit to be able to not only be able to do those tricks, but incorporate those tricks into a song, incorporate those tricks into a live performance, into a moment where it's going to be cohesive with all the other artists that they rocking with at the time.
So, quick last question: why do you think it took beatboxing so long to really start emerging as one of the respected elements of hip hop? Why do you think?
I think it's always been respected. I think, you know, within our circles, you know, there's always been, like, I remember the first time that I saw Dougie Fresh rock with the harmonica. I'm like, yo, that's the illest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, how do you do that? Or like, you know, remember, you know, Biz Markie, you know what I'm saying, just making noises and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's always been respected, but I think now, I don't know, I think the fact that the internet has taken it out more and widespread, that there's different people with different ways of going about it, that it's starting to merge in different sounds. And because, you know, making sounds and making noises with your mouth, I'm sure, isn't just regulated to hip hop. Beatboxing is hip hop, but all the other elements that people now put into it goes from just spreading out throughout the world. So I think that's definitely it. And I think a lot of the other elements of hip hop were thrust more into the mainstream because it's easier to market them. I think mainstream culture doesn't know what to do with a beatboxer because it really is some shit. It's just some natural element right there. You know, they haven't figured out their way to exploit it yet, I guess, you know?
All right, man. Thank you very much. Thank you for being part of the American Beatbox Championships, man. All right, man.